Well, a Baptist pastor is charged with sex abuse of a minor, accused of being in a sexual relationship with a teenage girl. The charges against Cameron Giovanelli come after the alleged victim made claims in a blog post last year. Giovanelli then left Calvary Baptist Church in Dundalk and moved to Florida. The current pastor at the church saw the blog post and proceeded to conduct an internal review.
The allegations were credible. The woman that told the story was credible. We have corroborated much, not all, but much of her story.
Police were then notified and Giovanelli was arrested. According to charging documents, the alleged relationship began with texts, then kissing, and eventually sex acts in his church office and the teen's grandparents' house.
And then just as we are sinking with that one, we hear about one that happened 2 years ago, where a pastor was charged. You can just imagine how much of them out there. We are praying for our little children, them. And it's not P-R-A-Y neither, it's P-R-E-Y. Can you imagine how much of them out there? If that is only where them catch, And most of the time, the amount where you catch is not even half of the amount when you get caught, But them say time longer than rope, Time longer than rope. And the more you see these things is coming to light, is the more them can't hide. It's a disgusting state of affair, man. Totally disgusting. You expect that from something else, someone else, another group of people, but you don't expect that from Pastor Rasta. So you can't trust now. You sit down in your church on a Sunday now, and you have to try to figure out if the pastor up there will talk about God and save your soul from wickedness and how you're cruel and how Sleepy guy and a hobby man and him have uncle and a hobby man. Him at the worst than that. And meanwhile him a lick down the hobby man, Him a pedophile. What kind of thing that, man? How do you do better than that, Rasta? Because really and truly, that was the last, really and truly, Jamaican people claim to them are Christian, And that was the last group of people Jamaican people did have to say, boy, spend time with the person, make him teach about God. And really and truly, you can't teach people about God neither, and it's foolishness, but you have to teach somebody about God. Really and truly, man, it's disgusting that you live in our country so small, and now you have to wonder about your little children, them, going to church and who they meeting at church. Church, the most sacred place you can think about in a Jamaica, Rasta. If you're picnic going around by here, say, under 18, you can't sell under 18 children alcohol or cigarette. Now, them could have to go put up a sign on the church door. No teenager allowed under 18, no child under 18 allowed in this building. You can't imagine that. And that's how we reach right now. You have to go put up, you have to go paste on the front of the church. No underage children allowed in this building. The broadcast commission have to go start monitor the church and put where them say 13, 14 or 18 X-rated. Can you imagine you're going to church now, you have to figure out if you must go in at that church because you're going to hear something or something could happen at that church or you don't want your pick to know about. And the word is talking about it, is that them now pay tax. And years me I tell them, say, church not like church again, That means the church supposed to pay tax in Jamaica. Them are collecting enough money for pay taxes. If church in Jamaica was paying taxes, you wouldn't have to go to the IMF. If church in pay tax, you wouldn't have to go to the IMF. Because the amount of money and the tenth of your tithes and people take it serious about in the Bible, it said, give a 10 portion of your tithe. The 10 portion where you give is going to the pastor and his son for go to Miami in college. And when them sick, them fly out and go to Florida to go get medicine and all these things. Them now go to the hospital downtown. And now it reached a stage where we could have to go put up sign upon church door. No children allowed. I tell you. That means that Brian can't go to church again, you know. Because a little youth, and you can't trust these people. Them need to put up sign upon church door now, Rasta. Because this is the last place in a Jamaica where you would allow your children them to go without any fear of anything ever happen to them. This is the last place. I don't know where else in Jamaica Jamaican people trust, like the church and the parson. Then now go church, no other people then, because they must say, you don't have no God in you. And the pastor is the one who have God in him. And now you have to go put up sign upon church door. No children allowed. Oh gosh, man, it's a terrible thing when you have to think them way there. Step in.
IGL Blue. When you need gas, you know what to do.
The time by IGL is...
Yeah, the time is 3:15. We attack again, you know, say... This thing has become an epidemic, man. Because I think upon all my grandchildren, my beautiful grandchildren, them. You need to put up a sign PG-13 on church door, you know. Yes, church door need PG-13, parental guidance necessary. Because me I tell you the truth, me wouldn't like no say, me send my grandson go to church. Because people are say, you're going to make the picnic turn Rasta like the other picnic them. And when my little grand picnic go to church, and me think say, he might get the word of God. He might get the word, something else. I want terrible thing, you know. Just to think about it makes me, you know. Because look, you know, after we done hear that one, you know, 55-year-old Kingston pastor Paul Aniford has been convicted in the Home Circuit Court for having sexual intercourse with a 13-year-old girl. He baptized. Now, this man should be crucified. He baptized the little girl. The in-camera trial featured testimonies from the victim, who is now 15, which that means it's 2 years ago, and her then 5-year-old brother who witnessed the incident at the pastor's home. Prosecutors led evidence that Aniford, the pastor of a Pentecostal church, took the two children to his house under the pretense that they were going for a drive out. According to the prosecution, the pastor gave the 5-year-old boy cornflakes and put him around a dining table. The 13-year-old girl indicated to the pastor that she wanted to use the bathroom, and Aniford accompanied her. He later removed her from the bathroom, took her to a bedroom, and assaulted her. Prosecutors led evidence that the 5-year-old boy, and hearing the sister crying, rushed to the room and saw the pastor assaulting his sister. Aniford later returned the children to their mother at his church. Prosecutors said on reuniting with his mother, the boy made several attempts to tell her about the attack in the presence of the pastor, but was shut down by the minister. On the boy's fourth attempt, however, he blurted out an account of what happened. The following day, the mother repeated what she had heard to the church elders. Dissatisfied with this response, she took the matter to the police, and Aniford was later arrested and charged. This is not good for Jamaica. Not good. Because this one happened 2 years ago. The man just get charged. We just hear about one from our next denomination. And we know about this. We know about the altar boys them in Jamaica. From me I pick me I hear about altar boys in the Roman Catholic Church. We hear about them thing a long, long time. So it's not just a new phenomenon going. It's just that now things are come up to bump and it a boil over. And now people attack loud. How can you trust someone with your children like this? And this is the last place on earth you have to protect your children them. And now it becomes a place where, I don't say a place of sin because I never work with the sin thing, but PG-13 because the girl is 13 years old. So them should have a sign mark PG-13 upon the church door them. And not to mention the cover up them. Because we hear about the one the other day where the community they are cover it up because them feel that the pastor is a good man in the community and them are blame the victim and the mother of the victim. That's not right, man. I mean, how much of them more things there we're going to find out? How much more things, how much more of that involved? People don't like hear you talk about these things, you know. Especially if you're a Christian. If you claim say you're a Christian, you don't want to hear these things talk out so loud. You prefer hear it talk quiet, secret. Well, we have a microphone in front of our mouth and we talk loud. And we have said this is something we need to take stock of. Where is the church going in Jamaica when the last place that you have trust in, you cannot trust the people them who's in charge of these things? Apart from them, I don't thief people money for a long time. And I tell you about get 10% of your money to church. And we know that the church is growing big. The pastor is getting fat. And the congregation is still giving him 10% up, 10% up, 10%. It's a joke business. A joke business. I don't see how somebody should feel comfortable that we're there. There's no way I want you to feel comfortable in a Jamaica if you know this. How much weeks now we are going through this thing? How many weeks now? And every week we hear about a different one. Every week we hear about a different one. Till now we hear about one we're gone for a long time, 2 years ago. This one just come to the court now where I try. How can we feel comfortable? Nobody would trust them children to go stay with a Rasta. No. Trust the children to go stay with a Rasta. No, sir. Them dirty Rasta boy, they go smoke ganja and pick the face. Damn idiot, them both man of God and all this foolishness. That's the first thing you hear the mother say, you know. Not trusting the Rasta boy, them over there. Don't make us see you go at them gate, you know. Them want to put PG-13 on the Rasta gate. That is what they want, the PG-13. Don't go over that, Leon. It's too much dirty Rasta over there. Damn Rasta idiot them. Damn fool about them I talk about damn Africa. Before them I talk about go to heaven. Well, say a whole heap of grand picnic go to heaven, yeah? I want the Brian Rasta. Brian, come out of the studio, man. A whole heap of little girls are going to heaven. It is madness, Rasta. It is really madness. No, my little granddaughter, them can't tell me about them are going to church, you know. Believe you me. I prefer them go to St. Thomas. Yes, I'll go visit. I'll go to St. Mary, go visit. Go visit Bobby Montague uncle. I've been looking for Bobby Montague uncle the whole week. Mr. Bobby Montague uncle, whosoever you are, please contact Mutabaruka at IRFM, please. I would like to speak to you. And you would like to know what I want to speak to you about. It's not what your nephew said. It's about my personal situation. I find myself in a personal situation that need to be rectified. And I heard that you people from St. Mary work different from the people from St. Thomas. And even though I find it very decent and nice to work with the St. Thomas people, but them giving me sour lime now to put in my pocket. And I can't take the whole heap of sour lime in my pocket. It makes me smell like sour lime. So if you can just direct me, sir, I'm talking to Mr. Montague, uncle. Could you direct me, please, to tell me what else I can put in my pocket other than nutmeg and lime? I need something else in my pocket because the lime sour and it cut out my pocket hole and make my money dropping out. I experience kinds of have in my pocket. So we just want to know what else is there. Please, Mr. Montague, uncle, could you please call me before the program done and let me speak to you, sir? I know you have some solutions to a lot of Jamaica problem, or your dearly beloved relative would not mention you. So he must have some faith in you. Is him that the on the phone, eh? Me know say, Sleepy must have faith in you for call you, so, pan radio and get you popular. Yes, him is sleeping. Bobby Montague, you're asleep. You don't realize that you're asleep. You're asleep, man. Trust me. When you say you cannot mention now, through the man, them a turn them ring one way, I turn them ring the other way, you start about your uncle. Your uncle, I want to give a message for your uncle too. But I wait till I get it, and I will tell a lie like politician. I still try to find him. Click it. A 38-year-old security guard was allegedly sexually assaulted. A 38-year-old security guard who allegedly sexually assaulted a 5-year-old girl last year has been charged by the police. The man, Iglesias Williams, has been charged with grievous sexual assault. Iglesias, as well as his 36-year-old brother, Joel Williams, were charged by investigators assigned to the Center for the Investigation of Sexual Offenses and Child Abuse on Monday. Joel Williams have been charged with allegedly threatening a Crown witness. Both are scheduled to appear in the St. Catherine Parish Court on Friday. You don't realize it's not the same thing I did read a while ago. It's a different thing I read, as you know, by a security guard and a 5-year-old. 5. Just check it, you know. Look at a 5-year-old girl, little child, and imagine a 38-year-old man sexually assault that. A Riverton City, the man left to go, you know. Yeah, man. Riverton City, the man left to go, Rasta. Believe you me, because, I mean, it's where I go on. It's where I go on. Really and truly, what is going on? Can somebody please tell me what is going on? Police investigators are now on the scene on Eve Lane near Heroes Circle. But no, I'm on them little lane there. Them little lane there, some Baka lane, you know. Police investigators are now on the scene on Eve Lane near Heroes Circle in downtown Kingston, where the body of a 13-year-old Rachian Smith was found a short while ago. The body has been the body has both hands bound and gunshot wounds to the head. A 13-year-old. Why? Well, I don't know if it's saying a Rasta, but I'm just go and play some music here, you know, because I'm going to say the wrong thing on the radio. I'm going to say the wrong thing, trust me. I mean, no, say when I say another wrong thing. This is Chronics and Janine. This is the Stepping Razor, the art of war. We're there with you. I go through the things them were topical in Jamaica right now, and unfortunately the thing where is topical right now is about the people them that we gave our heart and soul to in the name of Jesus Christ. Or the keepers. The keepers. But now where I am recommending that we put PG-13 on our church door. And church supposed to pay tax. It's too long. The church are collect money under false pretense and not paying tax in Jamaica, and everybody else have to pay tax except church. What is the church? Church then and church now is two different things. What is the church doing now that they should be exempt? from taxes in Jamaica? What are they doing different? Why is it recommended from some old medieval European idea that churches now is exempt from taxes? And I am telling the government, and it's because I'm afraid, because the church wields so much power in Jamaica, but I am telling you no. Anyhow, church pay tax in Jamaica, we don't have to go and know IMF. As a matter of fact, all this ganja thing we're not talking about are going to make millions of dollars for Jamaica. All that wouldn't even be a problem again. Because the amount of money we church collecting in Jamaica, can you imagine a man have 100 people in our church, and that is like a minimal thing. 100 people in our church and each person I get $100. And that is just 100 people. Much less you have some tent and we all are 3,000-4,000 people. May I tell you? And some people I give more just to show off. Some people I give more just... First time you go to church, nobody don't know where you give, you know. But you know, if somebody give, when you see them give an envelope, oh gosh, man, that little envelope, them cute. You have some cute envelope, you know, when you put money in that envelope, then them hold up in the ear first and weave it round and just drop it in the collection. I tell you, when we used to go to church with my grandmother, it's the 4 days thing, man, they have one plate. One wooden plate I walk around the place, you know. And some people just find a little change and drop in there. You see, when a man put a paper money in that time, all $50 was paper money too, you know. You see, when a man had put paper money in there, him not take it out and put it in the place, you know. Him take it out and put it in hold it a little bit. And everybody will look for the next one. Why what them people are? A man will look how much money you are getting, you know. Then she couldn't give more than that. Boy, them people, they look at the clothes that she have on. And I want that she put in the collection plate. Boy, I tell you, see, these people, them don't love the Lord, you know. Terrible. Terrible. Me go experience that in a church. My mother used to wake me up 6 o'clock in the morning, every Sunday morning to go to Mass. Roman Catholic Church. And I have to walk in this coat and tie and suit and my bow tie each up underneath my neck. And I sweat no right and I can't pull it. Because I never go pull it, my brother lick me and cuss me and say, I saw you go to church. No, I tell you no, believe you me. When you go to Roman Catholic Church, Holy Trinity Cathedral Church, the front row was set for certain people. The front row. When you go there, you can't sit down there, so. Those are the people them who get envelope with their money. The people them who get coins and things sit down up more. And the person up there, so, in a big cloak. And when them don't talk in Latin, you don't even know where I say. Because them never used to talk English in a church, in a Roman Catholic church sometime. And Latin. And there is some little altar boys come out in a them gown. May I tell you? May I tell you? Them days they have white fathers. White fathers, man. Them don't know where them get them man they from, you know. White father always fat. All of the father them fat, like them have diabetes. All of them have diabetes, you know. Me know a father, you know. And I kid you not. I mean, well, really, actually, me I come down upon them. I say, me not come down upon them. Me I come down upon them. Them deserve it because of what them are doing in Jamaica. Me know a father, you know, well-established father in Jamaica, you know. Him used to station round a Waterhouse, you know. Believe you me, I'm not telling no lie. I never hear a man cause so much bad word. You see, if you ever go in the place when them are watching blue movie them, and you disturb him, appear bad with him cause I tell you, you know, big father, you know, I tell you, say, when you see me in a newspaper, you know, when you see me in a newspaper, and when you hear me talk and them ask for my advice, you know, you'd have never know, say that man, they cause bad with you know. You'd have never know. Say the big red man, big and fat, a cause bad with you know, you say, but wait. A father said, the people them said, don't go over there, you know. Father will tell you bad one. In bad one alone make the people them not want to go over there. And when you see me not glean on newspaper, man, oh gosh, man, may I tell you, man, him save your soul immediately. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. It is now 20 days since I have not repented. Hey, John, do you know what I talk about? Ezra know what I talk about, man. Believe you, Ezra know what I talk about. Terrible thing we are experiencing. And this is where we are talking about now, so we need to go to heaven. Them people can't carry me go heaven, you know. Me one will go there by myself. If me have to go to heaven, me one will try there and do whatsoever supposed to do to reach there. Them can't make me go there. Them people don't make you go to hell 100 times over and start love all Satan down there too. Believe you me, because no pick down a Satan place. You know what I say, little picnic them are angels, a little picnic them. All of the angels them are some little baby, you know. Yeah, some little baby with all bow and arrow. Cupid and all them things there, them are bow and arrow. You know, little children, them are fly all over the place. I don't want to pick me a fly around me. Believe you me. And Santa is a pedophile. His peer children, them have sit down in him lap every year. And them have some little short man. Them can't find a picture at the North Pole. Them take the little short man them. I carry go a North Pole with him. Terrible man.
Push your hand.
Yes, just muta, wagwan.
Yeah, who's this?
Yeah, man, I'm going to you, uncle, man. What the problem?
No, how you mean how me know say me I talk to Bobby Montague, uncle?
But I'm telling you.
Which file?
Because I must call you before the program done.
Okay.
So I'm calling you.
So where you live, sir?
I'm living in like St. Mary, but I don't want you follow my nephew, you know, man.
I now follow your nephew. I just
But because them say him uncle, you know. And I talked to him already the other day about this thing, you know. I don't want him going around talking these things.
all right, so let me ask you a question now. When
Yes.
use him father, brother, right?
Yes.
When father they know? When father there? Where Bobby Montague father is?
Yes, you listen to me as a muta?
Yes.
Just don't listen to that boy, right?
No, me not listen to me ask you where you
I talked to him already the other day. So when him have a problem,
yeah.
I just want him come to me, right? And I can take care of deal with him. I don't want him to publish the thing like that.
So
right?
how much brother how much uncle him have? How much uncle him have?
Muta,
Yeah.
listen to me I say.
No, me I listen to what you say.
Let's say something so I'm helping you out.
Yes,
You
sir,
just don't need to go there, so.
Oh,
Right?
Yeah.
You see the line where you have in your pocket where you say you want it and it can go to your pocket.
Yeah.
But the man will laugh and you say I must call him before the day done, sir.
Yeah, man. I'm glad say you call me. I'm glad say you call me, man.
Well, all right. You see the line where you walk with now?
Yes.
You don't need to walk with no more line. You
No.
should know.
Yes.
Need to walk with. Right?
Yes.
You just put a rusty nail in your pocket.
Rusty nail.
Yes, walk with a rusty nail.
Okay.
Right? So you don't need to walk with no more line.
Okay.
Right? Enjoy the rest of the day. And
So you don't talk?
Right?
You know what I'm asking a question.
Muta, right now I'm in a meeting.
You
But
know-
just to the secretary called me and say, I must get in touch with you before the day done.
Yes.
So that's what I'm doing.
All right,
Right?
so you can't leave a number with the operator, but me call you back later.
All right.
Hold on. I can take you off of the ear and take a number from you, right? Yeah, hold on. Take. Yeah, all right. Well, this man called and said, Miss Barbie Montague, uncle. And he must suggest him must walk with the line, must walk with a rusty nail in my pocket. Alright, sir. Why I tell you, I don't know if I verify this thing, you know. I don't know if I verify this, and I don't verify it. Really, but him don't give me a chance to talk to him. But I really want to talk. I want to get him number. Him number, you don't get it? We should have press it down here, so, and then you take it up from there, so.
He can't call back.
Him now go call back.
You can get the message, so tell him again.
Eh? The man who go by Bobby Montague, uncle, who just called me a while ago. You can't just call back, let me get your number. We need to get your number to talk to you seriously about this thing here, because I throw it out there and it come back to me, and I'm glad to know. But when me that tell me about the lime thing, you know, it's really my grandparents' name. I don't be a walk on the line in our pocket, you know. And my grandparents, they used to walk on the line. And my grandmother, me used to say, go market with lime and garlic in our pocket. So it must say rusty nail. You know, my mother used to put rusty nail when she cook peas. She put rusty nail in the pot so the peas can cook quick. I don't know what is it that is in rusty nail that make your peas cook quick, but that is where I grew up on. But I really want to talk to this man, though. Believe you me, I want to talk to this man. Because I must say, he's my uncle. But we really don't know. That's why I didn't really want to talk to him. By the time I don't talk to him, we would find out if he's my really uncle or not. But it's very interesting. Very interesting. So, I tell you, this is something else. Really something else.
Deliver us from the negative.
Okay, deliver us from the negative. This is the Stepping Razor. We have on the line here Reverend Gary Harriet, the General Secretary of the Jamaica Council of Churches. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Muta. How are you?
I am okay, sir. I wonder if the same Gary Harriet I know. You was in the you was in May you buck up yet?
Yes, man. I'm sure we have crossed paths at different times.
okay, all right. Mr. Harriet.
Yes.
As a reverend out there, how you feel in terms of the we are going at right now? How you feel about the whole situation?
Boy, Muta, many of us are feeling really broken and distressed about the situation, but we also keep hope alive. As I've been saying to a number of persons, it is said you should never waste a good crisis. So the church has to deal with what's going on and allow it to challenge us to move forward in a better way. We have to look at what we need to improve upon so that we can maintain our weakness that we have had in this country for many years.
All right, so since these stories break out, and we find, say, every week since the year start, we hear of a new story. The Council of Churches have met, as a body for really deal with the way forward, or just there and no one is, everybody doing them individual thing. Is there a council that is taking place with the churches, them?
Reflections are taking place at different levels, both with the council and with what is called the Jamaica umbrella groups of churches. A number of churches before now, and you know how these things happen, it doesn't bring light to what the other things you have been doing before.
Yeah.
But a number of churches before these allegations, etc., have been doing things in terms of sensitizing their membership about the protection of our children. A number of churches have established policies, have been training some of their key workers who work with children and young people. So that has been going. In 2012, I think it was, a number of churches, both in Kingston and Montego Bay, came together. We had a Children at Risk conference. I remember we had one of our judges that worked quite a bit with these cases, who did presentations helping us to understand the law, etc. So things have been happening. And what it means that more of us, some churches may not yet have policies, and that we're hoping that if they do not, they will, get the act together and become more strategic.
When you say some churches don't have no policy, what policy you talk about?
In terms of focus on child protection. Some churches may not. I'm not sure, but I suspect some may not.
Yes.
But other churches, especially more established churches, are likely to have these, protocol in place and so forth. But what we're saying is that those who have may need to review what they have. Those who may not have need to begin to think seriously about, what measures you put in place to be more proactive in protecting our children and the vulnerable among us.
All right, so is this a counseling to the pastors or is it a counseling to the congregation?
Well, everybody, both clergy and membership.
Yes.
Yes. And also you do general things with membership, sensitizing them, but also especially those who provide leadership, whether as clergy or as youth workers, Sunday school or Sabbath school teachers, those who work with young people, etc.
All right. We know that a lot of times, and I've been saying it since the program started, that the church is the last place where people especially Jamaican people, would see as a refuge for their children.
It's the last place.
Yeah, when I say, I mean, this is a place where people trust.
Yes.
You trust this place for leaving your children there, for the spiritual upliftment of your children.
Sure.
Now we hear the church is embroiled in these sex scandals.
Mm-hmm.
What you think can help the traumatized congregation who would say, why the pastor them do this and the pastor them do that?
Right.
What is it?
So,
the church
right. So
can
we
do?
have to help persons, and it's one of those. I think it's human reaction that you then begin to raise questions about everybody else. But we have to help persons to understand that, in a sense, the church is an organization like many other organizations. One or two people stepping out of line doesn't mean that represents the organization, and therefore there are trustworthy congregations, trustworthy clergy, people who try to live at the highest level of integrity. Some of what we have heard, we have to treat them, well, what we have heard so far, we have to treat them as allegations and allow the court system to have its way.
When you say what we heard so far, they just charge a Pentecostal priest.
Well, one was charged yesterday, right? But the others remain allegations.
The one that they found in the car,
yeah, go ahead.
The Moravian person in the car is an allegation.
Well, it is in before the courts, and until such time, we have to wait on the ruling of the court.
Okay.
But generally speaking, though, I think we can't bury our heads in the sand to say these things do not happen. And therefore, churches have to work at maintaining the trust that people have in the church and in leadership. At the same time, all of us, parents and guardians, need to bear in mind too that the church is also constituted by human beings.
Definitely.
And so as a parent, as a guardian, you need to sensitize your child or children about their own space, protecting themselves. If somebody breach your zone, what to do, you need to report, etc. So it's all of us who need to act. Don't just leave it on the church. Parents and guardians and community members, everybody need to come on board to protect our children.
I think what is happening with most parents, though, especially parents that is like what you call poor people, picnic,
yes,
is that they have so much faith in the church that the idea of guarding them children from pastors seem kind of out weird. It's kind of weird thing to tell them, you know. Because them in themselves say, no, sir, my pastor now do them something there.
Right.
You know, so,
yes, but you see, I think we have to help people to be realistic.
Yes,
definitely. In the sense that I'm not saying you must not trust your pastor, yes, but you must also establish. You need to empower your child.
Yes.
So your child knows boundaries, and therefore nobody is to cross a boundary.
Yes.
And to help our children to understand that most times the people who tend to cross your boundaries are those you trust the most.
Yes, definitely.
So whether it is your pastor, your teacher, your uncle, your auntie, or whoever it is, the people who are more likely to do that based on what the data shows us are those you trust. And therefore, it doesn't mean that you mustn't trust, but it means that you must also keep your guard up.
Yes. So the Jamaica Council of Churches now, is there a definitive move being made by the church in relationship to what is going on, or just an ongoing thing that will continue with the church to sensitize both, pastor and congregation? Or is there
right.
new
well,
thing?
Right now, we're encouraging people to look at what? Hello?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
Yeah, you're there, right. I'm traveling. Is to encourage you to make use of what you have already.
Yes.
But also, we are looking to see what else that we can do. And so we're not at that point yet. But the sensitization will continue within congregations. We'll encourage that, provide material for as much as possible. And in the meanwhile, we're looking to see what else can we do, and hopefully to encourage the wider society to come on board so that we are protecting our children.
All right, in about a minute, what would you, if you was on your pulpit for a minute now, tell your pastors, if you had a meeting with the pastors now, what would you say to them?
Well, I would want to say to our pastors, and I've actually spoken publicly in congregations already on the matter, just to help people to appreciate, one, the law of the land and your responsibility to protect a child, and also your responsibility of reporting. So whether you know for sure or you have reasonable suspicion that a child is being abused, whether sexually or physically or whatever, you need to bring that to the authorities so that necessary investigations can take place and actions to protect the child takes place. Churches need to look at what they do, how they do what they do. The truth is that some things that we took for granted years ago, we can't take them for granted today. And therefore, we have to be more intentional of how we create safe spaces at our places of worship, our schools, etc., for children.
Thank you very much, Reverend Gary Harriet, General Secretary of the Jamaica Council of Churches. Give thanks, sir. Give thanks.
Yes, Muta, take care.
Yes. Yes, as we said, that was the General Secretary of the Jamaica Council of Churches, Reverend Gary Harriet, just going through the current events that is taking place in Jamaica as it relates to pastors and them doings in the church or outside of the church.
Can we work with the distance?
Brand new CD, Big Deal, Christopher Martin. This is the Stepping Razor.
Is it just a feeling?
Big man thing. Are you really cook every Sunday?
Yes. The kids say my cooking tastes better than wife, you know. And it's only Kendall coconut milk good enough for my rice and peas.
Kendall Vegetable Island coconut milk. That's your secret.
The time by Kendall is...
The time is 5 o'clock. Listen up. Top draw dollars, pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, cash pot, drive time draws. Up next.
Draw for Thursday, January 26, 2017. Before we begin, let's recap the winning numbers from the Cash Pot Special Pot Game Draw.
Brand new CD by the man called Christopher Martin. Big Deal. Yeah, would I like the man who called a while ago and said I must put the rusty nail in my pocket. If you could have called and left your number. Call and left your number. The brethren who say him my uncle to Bobby. This is the stepping razor. You know, we have another sad story, so forget the one. Them online we have Jennifer Davis, the wife of Ronnie Davis from the Itals. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You know, me just hear the news and now. It's when this happened.
It happened yesterday evening around 7:30.
Him died yesterday evening?
Yes, 7:30.
So what is wrong with him? What them say the cause of the death?
Well, them need to do an autopsy.
Oh, that, okay.
I might not do it for that yet, but what we know from that is that he really have a mini stroke.
Him have a mini stroke?
Yeah, mini, but he himself don't even know, neither I don't know either. Because in here, and he just thinks it was a cramp in his leg.
Okay.
But it's more than a cramp. But he never really rushed to the doctor because we just think it was a cramp, so from that.
Yeah. All right, so
yeah.
A whole lot of people don't know who we are talking about, but we want to kind of make them know who we are talking about. This is a bridging where Ronnie Davis and the Itals.
Yes.
From the longer time in them days there, with all the meditations, the gladiators, the mighty diamonds, you know. No, them things are kind of strange, you know, because we just talk about Nambo Robinson.
Yeah.
And now we come here about Ronnie Davis. So it's like Nambo Robinson died the day before, now him dead last night.
Yeah.
Last night. So which part do they live, really?
We live in Westmoreland, Sablama, Jardis Plain.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry for hearing, you know. I can't look about it, but I'm sorry for hearing because I know him sang them. And over the years, we listen to him, enjoy him very much in the group.
Yes,
so,
I used to be with the tenors before.
Him used to be with the tenors?
Yes, the lead sing for tenors.
So, I am singing sound, Pressure and Slide on them tune there?
Yes.
You know Pressure and Slide? Feel no pain. Which tune? Remind me again.
Ride Your Donkey and them tune there.
Oh, I'm the sing Ride Your Donkey?
Yeah.
You see, Rose, watch out, if you never tell me that, more no, I'm going to know him from the Itals.
Yeah, but him was before, him was tenors before my Ital.
Okay. So what happened to the other ones, them from the Itals? What them there?
Well, David has that good pastor around 4 or 5 years now. And Blandy, he too, around 3 years now, probably more.
Wow.
So he's only one Ital Keith.
Yeah.
Him live in America.
How much year was David? How much year old Ronnie was?
How old?
Yeah.
He was 66.
66?
66.
56?
No, 60.
66?
Yeah.
How much children you have with him?
Well, I really have a kid with him. We only raise a son.
Okay.
That's Irene.
Irene, you say?
Yeah.
Ronnie Davis, Irene father?
He has a son father, so we grew him from.
Grew him? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Wow. I never even know them connection there at all.
Yeah.
Never know them connection there. So you use Irene's mother?
I'm auntie.
You're auntie? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, sorry for hear about that. I know all for Jamaican don't remember who name Ronnie Davis, but we will play a couple of tune them to remind the people them who is Ronnie Davis. You send it from the tenors, Ride Your Donkey and them through there.
Yeah, you can go back in it and him have a CD up there right now where you want there.
No, me have a whole heap of CD by me now.
Yeah, and lately one him have to do a video. No, something there.
Okay.
Yeah, the last one and then I Won't Cry. That I did, I released it, but in the video first. So it's supposed to be on the Wi-Fi.
All right.
Definitely, you can see all on tune.
All right, Mama.
Then give it I Won't Cry.
Yes. All right, give thanks. Sorry for hear about that, you know, and it's really distressing for your that just liquid in the music industry in a 2 day, you know what I mean? Eh?
Yeah.
All right, give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, thanks and respect for that.
Yeah, Jennifer Davis, the wife of Ronnie Davis, has been knowing Ronnie Davis and the Ital, but she tell me now something me never know. That all them tune that me I listen to for years is him that sing it. So we're going to play Ronnie Davis and give him long time with the tenors. This is Pin Razor. I will talk with us here from Ronnie Davis' wife a while ago that him passed away yesterday. So we're going to remind you who named the Itals, Ronnie Davis and the Itals, and then we're going to give you Ronnie Davis with the tenors. Because the man they used to tour down the place regular. Ronnie Davis and the Itals. So we know, the foreigner them know who we are talking about. Jamaican need to go now, go Google all sort of thing. Because them not familiar with them music, yeah. That's it. The Europeans, them, and the people them on the West Coast in America know that there's some big group them will come out of Jamaica over the years. Big group them. Yeah. Yeah, I want to say give thanks to Shamara. Give thanks to Young. Give thanks to Brian. Give thanks to Vita from Me Hungry. Why yell up? You know, some I remember the people them name. Every time I tell me I remember them name and I don't remember. Why yell up all the people them who meet last week and don't remember them name? Believe you me, or this week. Why you the bridging out where the gas station has a name? Eh? Why you the security out Pedcom gas station right beside IRFM and so. Every week him tell me to yell up somebody and I can't remember who. But I want to yell him up. The security youth who out the gas station right out here so. And we're going to close off with the same bridge, you know, we just talked about a while ago where just passed last night, Ronnie Davis, who used to sing with the Itals and who used to sing with the tenors.